Hello, hello. I am so delighted to be speaking today with Ron Young in Colorado. I almost said California,
Well,
Colorado.
I'm from California, so yeah, you
Oh,
got
well,
it
I
very
must have
well.
felt it. I'm just delighted to share with everyone your experience with as being a kidney recipient. Ron, just tell us a bit about yourself and your kidney journey.
It's amazing. A year ago, I had no idea about kidney disease or poor kidney function or any of that stuff. I was just a normal, quote unquote, human being living my life, right? And October 5th of 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure out of the blue. I had went through and I'd been feeling really tired and lethargic. And I went to a testosterone doctor because I was like, well, obviously my testosterone's messed up. And they did a blood test on me. And they found that I got a call at 8 o'clock in the evening time. And they said, you have stage 5 kidney failure. And I'm like, what? What is that? Right. And subsequently went to a nephrologist. The nephrologist started to tell me about my options of dialysis or finding a donor. And my nephrologist was really an advocate for me. He said, Ron, I want you to go and find a kidney donor, somebody to donate a kidney to you. So I went and put a post out on Facebook because I'm pretty active in the Facebook community. And the story, this is one of those that gives everybody the chills every time I tell them. 4.5 years ago, I met a woman named Sheena, and she was my waitress. And at the time, we were at this restaurant, a local Mexican restaurant here in Colorado Springs. And we had been putting away some margaritas because my birthday's May 6th, and Cinco de Mayo and my birthday go together. So anyway, that was just a party time, if you will. And during the course of the afternoon, I told her, I said, I'm not trying to pick up on you, but I'm supposed to know you. And divine intervention was happening right then, because when I put my post out on Facebook, she was one of the first people that responded. And in her response, she indicated to me that I have a kidney with your name on it, and if we're compatible. She said, a person like you, and I get teary-eyed every time I think about it, deserves to live, and I would give you my kidney anytime. And so I'm just I'm honored to have her kidney inside of my body, and I'm a huge advocate for this work, and just really want to give back. I had my kidney transplant March 28th, and I'm feeling fantastic. It's July 26th right now, and to be able to be feeling better than I can ever remember right now is just an extraordinary venture.
Amazing. So between October and March, did you have to go on dialysis?
No, I did not.
That's
My
beautiful.
nephrologist, they put a port in so that I could do it if I couldn't find a donor, but I never used the port, and they took it out in surgery when I had my kidney transplant.
Amazing. So just to back up a bit, you were unaware completely that you were in stage 5. Had you been going to your regular general health visits? Did you get physicals annually?
Yes, I start. So I got to go backwards in time a little bit. Prior to 2018, wasn't a real big advocate of health. I would sparingly go to the doctor. I wouldn't go get physicals and stuff like that. I was a typical guy, spit on it and it'll get better, right? And I started seeing a local doctor out here, and they were doing my blood work, and we just tracked our blood work going back to 2020, and we never had a conversation about my kidneys not responding favorably with creatinine or GFRs and all of that sort of stuff. And the question is why? How come? I can speculate all day long that they're pushing people through the system, all this sort of stuff that I just don't know. And I haven't had that direct communication with her as of yet, but I didn't find out until October of 2022 that I had stage 5 kidney failure, and thank the Lord that I have a new kidney inside of my body that's functioning very well.
So this is a story I'm hearing time and time again, that people are going to their regular physicals, that people are doing the annual blood work, that the numbers are going low, but that the doctors are not having conversations about this with their patients. And so you started seeing the doctor regularly in 2018, and then when you track it backwards, you see that in 2020 the numbers of the GFR and creatinine started to decline,
Correct.
but there
It
was
was
never a
101, it was
conversation.
101 sometime in 2020. And then sometime between 2020 and the late part of 2020, it went down to 61, and nobody was having a conversation with me about it. Like, what's this jump? Then it went from 61 down into the 30s, and then it was in the 40s. And yeah, nobody had that conversation with me ahead of time.
So you were not alerted. You just thought everything was okay. And yeah, this is a very alarming problem that, one of my friends who's a researcher in New York City told me if he developed a drug for stage 3, to cure stage 3 kidney disease, there wouldn't be any customers for it because people are not being diagnosed in the early stages, and they find out when they're on the verge of kidney failure. And I'm just not sure why, but this is something very catastrophic because if you are caught currently in stage 3, there's no cure, but you can just take a pill for the rest of your life and without any side effects and be okay. So, yeah, I just I'm confused, I'm distressed, and it's just so common. How are you reacting to the immunosuppressants? Is that going okay?
It's fantastic. It hasn't been exactly the easiest thing, this whole entire transplant system. I had a slip and fall accident in the first week after transplant. I was using the restroom, and I had regular socks on, and I was trying to do everything myself. So I went to go stand up, and my feet slipped out from under me on the bathroom tiles, and I ended up falling headfirst into the doorway, causing myself a little bit of a unconscious moment for a second. Fell into the toilet, new kidney first into the toilet, and subsequently ended up in the hospital for about a week. And then I developed an infection, so I was in the hospital for another week. And then I had my immune was suppressed too much, and I developed cold sores in my mouth, which ultimately had me be in the hospital for another few days. However, I will say that right now, here 4 months to the day, 2 days from now, I feel better than I could ever remember in my life. And when they told me that at first, I didn't know what that really meant. But the joy that I have inside of my heart for how I feel right now, I'm exercising, I'm living my life, I'm eating like I want to, with some considerations because I don't want to be back the way that I used to. So there's some modifications to that. And I can tell you that as a donor, if you're a person that's looking to donate a kidney, what it does for people is this. It gives me the opportunity to have an excited life, something that I can just really be proud of. And if you're a recipient and you're feeling like, I don't want to do dialysis anymore, or I haven't done dialysis anymore, begin to learn how to advocate for yourself. Because as you advocate for yourself, what'll start to happen is you'll start to be more passionate around yourself, and great things will start to show up.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Ron. I am just so grateful that you are feeling wonderfully well and that you're taking good care of your health. And it sounds like that was a super rocky start, but that you've really come out with smiles on your face and warmth in your heart. So thank you for sharing everything. And I think it's inspiring for people to get preemptive transplants. That means transplants before dialysis. In order to just make a smoother transition to good health post-transplant. I think dialysis can be so harmful and taxing on the body, right? That it's best to avoid it if we can. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I'm so grateful.